A very good day to all of you. I'm Reena Mahajan and you're watching me on English Oasis. So 10th class board exams are very near. Let's discuss a poem and the question answers thereof. The name of the poem is The Tale of Custard the Dragon. Let's go ahead. The names are symbolic, right? First of all, Belinda is the girl who owns these pets, right? So the first one is Ink, right? And this is a kitten. Why is it named Ink? Because it is black, dark in color.
Black. Yes.
Right? As if it was ink. The other one is the mouse, whose name is Blink. And why is he named so? Because he blinked his eyes too much. Clear?
Yeah.
Then the next one is a dog, whose name is Mustard. And he has been named this because he has a pungent smell, that of a mustard, and yellow in color. So both the things are similar to the mustard. Therefore, he was named Mustard. The dog was named Mustard. Now comes
Yes.
Custard, who is a dragon, right? And the Custard, the dragon, was thought to be a coward, right? And because everybody seemed thought that he was a coward, he was not brave at all. So because he was spineless, and was thought to be a coward, even he didn't realize that he is having so many brave aspects, right? And because he was thought to be a coward, he was named as Custard, right? So Custard is what?
Yes.
That is a dessert, right? Which does not have any form or shape, and that is why he was named Custard, right? The dragon was thought to be lazy and coward, and he always demanded for a nice little cage, right? And that is why Belinda gave him a funny name, Custard, right? And he's timid, and his timidity is in contrast to, actually, he is very brave, right? But the timidity that he shows, he doesn't even realize that he has all these good aspects in him. He's so brave, he's so courageous, he doesn't even know and realize that. Clear? And that is why he is always subdued and considered less and mocked upon by all the others. This is very clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's begin with this poem. Hope you have the book open in front of you. This poem is a humorous ballad, right? What is the type of poetry? That is a ballad, B-A-L-L-A-D. Ballad is a sort of poetry in which a story is told in the form of a poem. Number two, a ballad always has what? A moral. Okay? It always has a moral to say, right?
Yes.
And the moral here is that we should realize our positive traits. Clear? Otherwise, people will treat us in the same manner as we regard ourselves. Clear? Maybe we underestimate our power, our potential, So obviously people are going to treat you in the same manner as you are treating yourself or considering yourself. Clear? Let's begin with the
Yes.
first line. Belinda lived in a little white house. So lived in a, I'm just clearing this first of all. So lived in a little. The figure of speeches, alliteration. What is alliteration? When one consonant or a vowel or a single alphabet is repeated twice or thrice, right? Lived in a little white house.
Oh,
Clear? With a little black kitten and a little gray mouse.
so yes,
There is repetition of, yeah. There is repetition of the word little here. And what does that denote? What does that denote? The repetition of the word little. Now this little, when every time it's used little in every line, this emphasizes on the fact,
yes,
that these two animals please copy down whatever I'm writing here. These two
yes.
animals
Can I ask
are,
something?
yeah,
In the first line, lived in a little, I always had a doubt that alliteration doesn't always occur when two words
yeah,
are
of course.
adjacent,
Yeah,
like
of
come
course.
after.
Yeah. This is what I wanted to clarify. See, L is being repeated, but only a preposition and article are in between. So many a times we consider the preposition and article as no word at all. Clear? Usually, 90% of cases, what we take is that the single word should be this plus this. The next word should have the same alphabet
Yes,
beginning, or maybe the sound should be the
yeah,
same. But in many cases, we do not consider a preposition or an article as a word. Clear? So the words would be
yeah,
lived, little, that we will consider here. So L is being repeated. It is definitely alliteration. Clear?
yeah.
So the word little has been repeated so many times. So this is to emphasize on the fact that these two animals are physically very little. That is very small. But they brag a lot. Braggers to talk too much about yourself, that I am this, I am that. So once a person is talking too much about himself, this is bragging, right?
Yes,
Sometimes we call bragging as hyperbole also, right? Whenever you are speaking too much about yourself. So they brag a lot about their bravery. Which brings contrast also, right?
yes,
So the figures of speech would be repetition as well as contrast. Clear?
yes,
This is clear. Now, Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little gray mouse. This is very clear that they have been
yes,
called little because, yes, they are in size also very little, but they used to brag a lot about themselves that they are very, very great. And that is why they have been sarcastically called little here. Clear? This is
yes,
clear. So now we proceed to line number 3 and 4. See, they begin with and. This is and a little yellow dog. And the line 4 says and a really truly little pet dragon. So the figure of speech here is anaphora, A-N-A-P-H-O-R-A, right? Anaphora is a figure of speech
Yes.
in which we begin with the same word to lay emphasis on some facts, right? This is clear?
Yes.
So, come to line number 3
Yes.
now. And a little yellow dog and a little red wagon, right? Again, the dog has been called
Yes.
little, and a little red
Yes.
wagon in which they used to travel. Clear? Now, line 5 says,
Yes.
and a realio trulio little pet dragon. So, realio here means real, trulio means true, little pet dragon. So, this is the little pet. Why has he been called little and pet? Because see, before the names of all the other 3 pets, they have not used pet.
Yes.
So why here little pet?
Yes.
Because he thought himself to be little and he had all the qualities of being a pet. Yes, he was tamed,
Yes.
obedient, and didn't brag about himself, right? He didn't know his true worth also.
And really or truly will be poetic license.
Yes, of course. This is poetic lessons because they can say any word. They can even use the archaic words which are not in use in modern English, right?
Yeah.
Shall I clear all this now? So, come to the next line. Now the name of the little black kitten was Ink, right? I told you why it was named Ink. Because it was dark black in color. Clear? And the little gray
Yeah.
mouse, she called him Blink. Again, this mouse. Ink is the kitten. Now, Blink is the mouse. And why is he called Blink?
Because he blinks too much.
Right. Number 1, blinks his eyes too much. Number 2, he was fast and rapid as a blink of an eye. Right? So the moment the fastness that we do in blinking an eye, the same fastness and rapidity he had while moving. Clear? Come to the next line.
Yes.
And the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard. So the dog is named Mustard because of the sharp, pungent smell. Sharp, pungent smell that as of mustard, right? Secondly, sharp as mustard is simile here. Hope the whiteboard is visible to you.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's good. So, sharp as mustard is a simile. What is a simile? Hope you know very well. Whenever we compare 2 things using as or like, it's called a simile. In case we compare 2 things without a like and
Yes.
as, it becomes a metaphor. This is very clear. The
Yes.
next line says, but the dragon was a coward and she called him Custard. Now, Custard has very ferocious looks, right? So, why
Yes.
Custard is the dragon? And I told you why he has been named Custard. Number one, he is
Because
thought to be a lazy and forward fellow, right? Next, he always demanded for a cage for himself, right? So these were the reasons
yes,
why he was called, and this is despite the ferocity of his looks. Clear?
yes,
Now, a very important, now look at this first, but the dragon was a coward and she called him Custard. This is very clear?
yes.
Okay, shall I clear all this now? See now come to
1
the
minute.
third. Yeah, yeah,
Can you go back to the previous one? Just 1 minute.
okay. Okay, but I just erased that all.
So, okay, okay.
Where were you? Like you were copying the last part of it?
Yes, custard part.
Okay, I'll just jot them down once again here. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth. Now, the paragraph 3 talks about Custard the dragon altogether. See, number one, it had ferocity in his looks. That is, that he was very ferocious. Clear? That is
Yes,
fierceness in his looks. This is very clear.
yes,
Then the dragon had sharp teeth, big sharp teeth, and spikes on top of him, right? So these spikes on his top and scales
yes.
underneath. What does this all say about dragon? What does this say all about dragon? This indicates that Custard is physically very strong, yet mentally
Hello.
yeah. Just wait, let me just
Done.
minimize this window. Yeah. But mentally, he does not know. Just a minute. What was this? Right. But mentally, he does not know about his physical strength and behaves like a coward. This is very clear.
Yes,
Come to the next line. Mouth like a fireplace. Mouth like a fireplace is that he used to spit fire from his mouth as real dragons do. And this is a simile. Clear? Chimney
yeah,
for a nose. Chimney for a nose is a metaphor. Why? Because we are comparing chimney to the nose. So it's a metaphor here, right? That is, why do we compare it to this? And it implies that his nose emitted smoke. This is
Yes.
clear? So his mouth
Yes.
was like a fireplace. Whenever he opened his mouth and roared, fire used to come out of it. Clear? And
Yes.
from his nose, smoke was emitted. And
Yes.
realio, trulio is again real, true. Daggers on his toes. What are daggers? Daggers are very sharp knives, right? And this is again a metaphor. Why? Because his nails have been compared to knives. Clear?
Yes. Yes.
Nails have been compared to, or toes have been compared to daggers or knives. Therefore, it is a metaphor. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay, can I clear the board now?
Yes.
That's fine. So, let's go ahead to the fourth one now. This is para 4 now. Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of beers, right? So Belinda was as brave as. This is, see, when we say Belinda is as brave as a barrel full of beers. So, number one, she is a human being, right? And comparing a human being to a barrel full of beers, that is too much of exaggeration or hyperbole, right? Exaggeration or hyperbole. These are all the figures of speech that we are talking about. The figures of
Shouldn't it
speech
also be
here are, yeah.
simile, as brave as?
Right. I'm coming to that. The first thing that we are talking about here is exaggeration or hyperbole. Number two is a simile here. Why? Because we are comparing Belinda to is as brave as a barrel of beers. The bravery of Belinda to a barrel full of beers. Clear?
Yes.
This is clear?
Yes.
So this is the meaning of this is that Belinda was as brave as a number of beers put together in a barrel. So this is too much of exaggeration. Belinda was as brave as a number of beers put together in a barrel, right? And this comparison makes Belinda a humorous character, right?
Yeah.
So this becomes a humorous character just because of this. Clear?
Yeah.
Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of beers, and Ink and Blink chased lions down the stairs. Again, hyperbole, chased lions down the stairs. Again, it is humorous also, hyperbole also. Why is it hyperbole or exaggeration? Because they are a kitten and a mouse. So what are they doing? They are
Yes.
scaring lions down the stairs. This is clear? So it appears to be boasting too high of themselves, right? What do we say this? That they are boasting too high of themselves. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Next line. But Custard cried for a nice safe cage. Here we go. Shall I rub this off?
Yes.
That's good. So, now, Custard cried for a cage. And a very important question
When you
here
missed the
is,
line, Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a cage.
okay, sorry. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage, right? Again, Mustard, as brave as a tiger is a simile here. As brave as a tiger is a simile. That is very clear. And rage means anger.
Yes.
Right? So, when a tiger is in rage, that is, it is very, very angry. What happens then? Even Mustard could scare such a tiger. Clear?
Hyperbole.
Right. And Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage. Clear? Mustard is a dog. So we are comparing dog to a tiger, and a tiger who is enraged, that is, who is angry a lot. So it is hyperbole again, right? But Custard cried for a nice safe cage. So a very, very important question is, why did Custard cry for a cage? Why did Custard cry for a cage? Okay, there are 3 points for this. The first one would be because he wanted a comfortable living without any challenges. To his safety. Number 2 is, it made others believe him to be a coward, right? Number 3, he lacked the self-confidence and did not understand his self-worth and was not sure about his capabilities. Clear? So that is why he always cried for a nice, safe cage, because he wanted to be comfortable in that cage, right? Away from any challenges to his safety. Second thing, the others also believed that he was a coward, and he was happy in the same tag, right? Number 3 is that he lacked self-confidence, didn't even understand his self-worth, and was not sure about his capabilities. Is that fine? Fine till here? Yeah. So we can just go ahead to the next page. That is, Belinda tickled him. She tickled him unmerciful. Right. So why did she tickle the dragon? Do we really go to a dragon and try to tickle him?
No,
Then why did she do it?
because he was her pet.
Okay, and moreover, number one, ridiculed him and looked down upon him as a forward, right? Clear? Number two,
Yeah.
tickled him to amuse the rest of the gang. To amuse or to make fun of, amuse the rest of the animals. Right? Everybody mocked at,
Yeah.
made fun of him. And tickling was just a part of it. This
Yeah.
is clear?
Yes.
So, Belinda tickled him and tickled him unmerciful. Unmerciful signifies that is the ruthless attitude, lack of sympathy and mercy, right?
Yes.
For Custard. This is very clear. Maybe he was troubled a lot, maybe he was bothered a lot, but she never stopped tickling him, right? Ink, Blink, and Mustard,
Yeah.
they rudely called him Percival. Now, this is the figure of speech for called him Percival. The figure of speech is allusion. Allusion is whenever we talk about a character in the past and name a person with that character. For example, if I say, okay, you are so disciplined, you are so obedient, you are like Ram, the Lord Rama. Clear? So we are
Yes.
comparing you with a mythological character, right? Whenever we compare one character to a mythological character, right? Here it is,
Yes.
the mythological character is Percival, right? So please write down, there was a knight Percival, knight Knight. Knight were those horse riding army men. Clear? They were considered as knights.
Yeah.
And in the medieval era, these knights were held responsible for safety and security of people, especially women, right? So Knight Percival belonged to this, he was a knight and he belonged to the King Arthur's army. Clear? And
Yes.
was known for his strength and fighting prowess. So now the poet amusingly mocks at Custard to call him Percival. Clear? This is not because
Yeah.
Percival had the same qualities of Custard, right? But here they are contrary qualities between them. For example, if a child is, if a child or anybody, any person is very, okay, he's very nice, he's very decent, okay? And we call him you are Shylock.
Yes.
Clear? So Shylock was known for his weirdness, right? He's a character of the
Yes.
Shakespeare who was known for his weirdness, that he was very, very ultimately bad. Clear? Now, if
Yeah.
we compare a very nice person to a Shylock, that would be
Illusion.
right. So that would definitely be a contrasting illusion. That is an illusion because we are calling him with a mythological character. Clear? But because we are opting
And if
for
we
the
don't use
contrast, because we are attempting for the contrast, right? So here the
yes.
contrast is between, he's calling him, oh, he was. They rudely called him Percival. So here we would say that they sarcastically called him Percival. Why? Because of the contrary qualities that both of them had, right? It is not the
Yes.
similar qualities that they are calling him Percival for, but they are the contrary or the contrasting qualities, opposite qualities that they are
Yes.
rudely calling him Percival. This is very, very